na lagi niyong sinusunod. Ay kasi tayo Diyos na lagi magkita ng Diyos. Lalo na ngayon, kami sa California. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, she was actually supposed to come here, but they, Adele texted and said, Tita Josie is telling...
Siyempre,
Maingat na naman.
Hello. Just wanted to recap on a lot of the Filipino American influence that I've grown up to loving and remembering till this day. I mean, I'll go back as far as 2006 in the early YouTube days when you saw a production company called Touch Blue. They had really good parodies and humor embodying the Filipino spirit. You definitely have to check it out. There was a comedy skit called Terry's Mega Hits and A Diary of Filipino. You definitely have to check it out. I don't want to speak too much about it. It's still a classic even after 15 years. It's unbelievable. I watched also Christine Gambito. She's known for Happy Slip, and I remember I was watching her interview of like how she used to watch YouTube, and it was like so early, it didn't really have much substance with character development and story. So she created the whole Happy Slip persona, which was remarkable and ahead of its time. Mikey Bustos was also included. He had the whole Mabuhay Squad vlog, and he would later create an Ants documentary, like Discovery Channel type channel called Ants Canada. Very ahead of his time, and he's kind of like the Crocodile Dundee of the Philippines. I love the guy. Then you have also Jokoy, of course. He did stand-up comedy. He's known for Easter Sunday. He's still very relevant today in this new Netflix series. Of course, you see also influences of Black Eyed Peas. Remember Bebo? That was a very early song that encouraged, inspired a lot of great cultural introductions, and that was created by Alan Pineda Lindo. And speaking of another Pineda who was inspiring, a YouTube star by the name of Arnold Pineda, he ended up becoming the lead singer for Journey, and we all know how that story went. Joe Coy made a really good skit about him in regards to making a movie about Arnold Pineda in Journey. And popular mentions too, you got AJ Rafael, who's a musician, artist, Steve Lacy as well, Pilo, Saweetie, H.E.R. Her, and Bruno Mars. What a privilege and an honor it is to be part of a culture that is still growing, and I do believe it will grow more in the States in the coming years. Be on the lookout for a lot of artists, because Filipinos are outgrowing their stereotype of having to be a nurse, having to be a postal worker as well as doctor. How exciting. Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Kuya G, I haven't heard the other guest that you mentioned a while back.
Yeah, this is Mikael.
See Mikael?
My name is Mikael Toraliza. Thank you so much for having me. I am honored that Kuya Rex and Kuya Gilbert have me here.
Right on.
I'd like to introduce myself. I've actually studied at UNLV.
UNLV.
Yeah, I have a fine arts in film. I was under the tutelage of Professor Clarence Gilliard Jr., who he mentored me into the screen acting, how you say, technique. And I am very in so much gratitude, because I know that I'm in the right spot. I always like to think when you're pursuing a goal, and this is for everyone in life, that you have to find authenticity with what makes you happy. And it makes me very pleased and excited to see that more Filipino people are opening up and knowing that they're more than just nurses or anything. They can be anything that they want to be in the creative arts.
Yeah, especially you'll be an actor someday, huh?
That sounds like it.
Sounds like it, huh?
Just like Joe Coy said, it's like his mom said, "What are you doing to me being a stand-up comic? You know, it's not the way." And I get that a lot with my parents too. They always are on me, but I know deep down inside more and more as we see a whole wave of artists just breaking out. It's going to give confidence to the younger generation, which is badly needed now in society. We need creative artists telling these stories, giving people hope that nothing is set in stone. If you desire, you will be free to just escape any rules that society puts upon people and stereotypes, and just be inspiring, encouraging, and not just Filipino, but Indian, African American. You see, in movies, we have such a diverse storytelling. And I'm so excited. I do videography right now, and I try to make bucks to save up more and more money. So if you need any people that are doing debuts, I like to make videos. If you have people that have birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, I like to bring the experience and my lens with how I see your experience and be able to share that with people.
Awesome.
I love doing
it. You're doing this filmmaking as on acting, and do you sing?
In karaoke, but it's all subjective if people like me or not. But I love it. I love it.
Kasi pagka first time dito sa PHLD, pinakakanta namin yun.
Oh, no. Kakanta ka?
Sige po.
Kakanta siya. No? Basta first time sa PHLB, laging pinakakanta yan ng mga guests natin dito. Ano ang type mong kanta, Mikey?
What song?
It's alternative rock, oldies. I can sing Elvis, Frank Sinatra.
Elvis, wow.
I love listening to the Filipinos sing. Their version is very unique.
Sige, tingnan. Pakinggan natin, Kuya Yo. Mamaya konti. Anyway, so let's go back to Kuya G. More questions for both of them?
Yeah, no. So it's awesome that we're having this show coming up pretty soon, and of course, I just want to say thanks for guys for coming out. You know, once again, let's go ahead and invite our guests,
the Filipino community.
The Filipino community. Go ahead.
So everyone in Las Vegas or out west, or anyone in the U.S. Or anyone traveling to Vegas, please check out Space and Time. The first Filipino night market in Las Vegas, held at the Space Las Vegas, right behind the Aria. And so that's going to be held on October 27th. VIP is from 6 to 7. Night market starts at 7 and goes all the way until 11:30. So please get your tickets. It'll be really exciting. Sponsored by ABS-CBN, Kumu, One Down, Sendwave, NAFA, Nevada, Kasama Rum, and CMC Boutique. So it's going to be really exciting. That partnership will really be fun and just enjoyable for everyone to reminisce what it's like to and know to be Filipino. So it's gonna be really exciting. Yeah.
But you know, as a matter of fact, we have to go to CMC to get our barongs. We have to go and get our barongs, Kuya Yo.
If everyone's gonna get a selfie with Kuya, Rex and Gilbert, then
Mr. Sunny Paglinawan, andyan na kami. Ang mga Bisaya. Mga boat ng Bisaya na sa CMC Boutique. All right.
Yeah.
Kuya G.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Would you want to go ahead and say hello to your friends and the people that are following us right now? And
shout out, baby.
Shout out.
I'll go first. If my mom is watching, thank you for not giving up on me. I'm still pursuing and I'm not giving up. My dad, happy retirement. He just retired yesterday. And
what's the name of your dad?
Virgilio Torralisa. You can see him in a lot of the dance groups if you go to Noy Pits.
Virgilio.
He does a lot of personal training for dancing. So he's one of the dance instructors.
DI. In short,
Oh,
DI.
DI. Same with my mom. So if you need any instruction, they're very welcoming and good people. I want to say hi to my brother if he happens to be watching. I'm proud of him too. He is a market coordinator at the Plaza. He's actually hosting an event next month, I believe, for one of the anime conventions. And
Anime.
yeah, he's a very great leader, and he is respected by a lot of his circle with just how he has so much care for everyone. And I just want to say I'm so proud of him.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
And my friends too. I have a friend named Chris. He's always been there for me. His mom passed away. He's living by himself, but he inspired me so much with the Filipino culture. He makes me watch every Joke Hoy episode. We always watch Mikey Bustos on YouTube, and it always gives me a sign that, hey, like, I love Filipino culture, and I think that is why I have this calling to wanna create stories. Even Happy Slip, she said it in an interview. What's missing in YouTube in 2006 was that there was no character development. It was just fast humor, fast laughs. But when you can create a character, you can make people so mesmerized and follow up with it that they'll ask for more and more. And that's why I love talking about the aswang. I love talking about the
Aswang.
tikbalang. You know, I feel like I can make a story
Manananggal.
that will make people fall in love with the Filipino culture, because like I always say, if people love your culture, then they love the people and they love you. It's very
Right.
sincere. Give them the food. I highly recommend they try the food.
And
They
don't
try
forget to bring your
entertainment.
ID, okay? So that you can get
Yeah,
$10
all you can eat
admission.
sample. But that's the way it is, and I am so happy. I feel like people need this because it breathes a life of fresh air to learn about people, and I think that's what the whole point of life is, to understand. And the more you understand, the more you have confidence and no fear to go after anything.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And my significant other, of course, Narci Isabel Cepeda. Her and her father introduced me to Nicaraguan culture, and I love the culture so much. Like, I'm a big fan of Manny Pacquiao and boxing, but they got me into the original humble countryman, Alexis Arguello, one of the best boxers that even Bob Arum will look back at, as well as Muhammad Ali. Was trained by Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson. But I believe it. You know, love comes from learning. Love comes from understanding and wanting to know more about the people. And it's easier to learn when you're in so much love. And I feel that we need that sincerity in our relationship. You know, I think it's so funny. I did a videography job, and that's how I met Kuya Gilbert at Tito Ramon and Tita Daisy's 50th anniversary.
Yes.
And that is unbelievable. We live in the state or the city of the highest divorce rates, and we're here standing in one of the all against the odds, a Filipino relationship where they met when they were about 18, and they're still going. And what is the secret, you know? And
Loving.
it's the loving,
Understanding.
understanding. Because for sure everyone's gone through their turmoil and struggle, but it's when you're willing to deal with one another. And that's the technique I learned from my professor, Clarence Gilliard Jr. I love him to death because he's taught me to live in the present and be excited about seeing something for the very first time. Like, this is my first time in this studio, and I can't help but just look at every corner of it. There's so much history here. You have the Nurses Society coming in here.
Kulang pa
giving
yan. Kulang pa yan.
all of these stories.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of questions about these turntables.
Oh, you didn't see the turntable that
The turntable's here.
right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kuya.
Kuya Rex,
Maganda.
he mixes.
Kuya Rex,
Oh,
Kuya Rex, he's the history.
He is the history.
if you guys happen to be in the Bay Area, I love promoting my family. I have a DJ in the Bay Area, San Francisco. Her name is DJ Bite Size. Follow her on Instagram, Facebook. But she will come here every now and then, and she works with a lot of great artists,
Wow.
mixing up great music.
Wow.
She's won a couple of rap battles, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
that's
So,
awesome.
yeah, please support her.
She does vinyls too.
Yeah, she just that little.
Vinyl.
I'm not. Yeah, I watch the movies, but I try my best to understand the culture.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.